In this video, I'm going to answer questions with respect to changes in GSTR 3B. Hi, this is Abhishek Agarwal, and I'm starting a series, Get Set Train with Abhishek. In this, every week I will be answering questions which you will be asking me through a link given in the description box. In the link, you can post all your queries with respect to GST. My team will summarize the questions and I will be answering few questions every week, right? So let's get started for this week video. Perfect. So in this week, we are going to take questions with respect to changes in GSTR 3B. The first question, what are the changes in reporting outward liabilities in GSTR 3B? And is there any specific instructions to report the liability for e-commerce operator? So with respect to this, I will be explaining the changes table wise, right? So in table 3.1, there is no changes at all, right? So the entire table 3.1 remains intact. All the liabilities which you are reporting will be in a same format. Subsequently, if you move further, there's a new addition in called table 3.1.1. In this table, if you see, this table is specifically for a person who are selling goods through e-commerce operator and e-commerce operator both. So in table 3.1.1, if you see clause 1, this is to be filled by a person who is himself is an e-commerce operator. And 3.1.1 subclause 2, this is to be filled by a person who is selling through e-commerce operator. Say, for example, I am a person who is selling burgers and I am selling it through Zomato. So if Zomato is filling the returns, he will be reporting the figures in clause 1. And if I am Abhishek Agarwal selling burgers, need to upload the return, then I will be filling clause 2, right? So this were the changes with respect to the outward liabilities. Subsequently, in table 3.2, there is no change in the format specifically, but what they have mentioned is that any amendment with respect to disclosure of sale to unregistered person, sale to composition taxable person, and sale to UIN is to be reported POS wise, right? Say, for example, a person who is unregistered person in Bihar, and I'm in Bengal. I'm selling goods from Bengal to Bihar. So in GSTR 1 B2C, I'm reporting it state-wise, right? In 3B also, I have to report it POS-wise. This is important because the state have their own piece of cake in the funds, right? So the reporting POS-wise is very important. What they have mentioned the circular is any amendment with respect to all this disclosure shall also be given effect in 3.2 of GSTR 3B also, right? So this were the changes with respect to changes in outward liability disclosure in GSTR 3B. Next question. What are the changes in reporting input tax credit in GSTR 3B? Friends, this is important. This is really very important. This, the notification and the circulars have really changed the format in which we were reporting our disclosure figures in GSTR 3B, right? So let's get into it. Please see the left-hand side gives you the table which you were used to fill while filing your GSTR 3B. And the new table is in the right-hand side. If we compare part by part, table 4 subpart A contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This seems to be as it is same, right? If you see 4A, ITC available, import of goods, import of services, inward supplies from ISD or the ITC. This all will be same. All other ITC is something very important in this new table. In this new table, all other ITC will be having figures, GSTR 2B figures or figure as per your calculation, ITC as per your calculation, whichever is higher. I will explain this with a illustration also, right? To just move forward, just take this from me that all other ITC in the new format will be having ITC both eligible and ineligible as per GSTR 2B or as per your calculation books and or as per your calculation, whichever is higher, right? If we compare apple to apple, 4B, that is ITC reversed. Earlier it was ITC reverse. Subclause 1 says as per rule 42-43. That's it. And subclause 2 said others. Now what they're expecting from us, as per rule 38, 42, 43, and 17.5. So 38 is a reversal for the banking companies, right? 42, 43 is a common credit reversals for the organization who is making exempt supplies and taxable supplies both. And 17 subsection 5 is nothing but block credits. So what they're expecting from taxpayers is, let's say you are having a ITC of 100 rupees, eligible ITC of 100 rupees in your GSTR 2B. Today you were taking simply that all other ITC 100 rupees. Now you have 30 rupees credit, let's say, which is block credit, right? So that block credit 30 rupees is now expected to be added in 4A5. I repeat, 4A5, you have to add 30 rupees. So that will be 130 rupees. And in 4B1, you have to reverse 30 rupees. So as per the new rules, you have to first take the credit in 4A5 and then reverse it in 4B1, right? Subsequently, they have mentioned that 4B2, that is others, will be temporary reversals. So 4B1 will be permanent reversals. Whatsoever you're not eligible, you are liable to reverse the credit. But 4B2 will be temporary reversals. Now, what are the temporary reversals? So let's say if you have not paid your vendor in 180 days, rule 37, you're liable to reverse the credit. If you're not actually received the goods. So let's say, for example, in the month of May, supplier Abhishek Agarwal has sold the goods and reported in GSTR 1. But you being recipient has received the goods subsequently the next month. So this month you will be able to see the transaction in the GSTR 2B, right? But you will reporting the same in 4A5. But you cannot take the credit. So you will be temporarily reverse it in 4B2. So friends, whatsoever you take in, whatsoever you are liable to take the credit in subsequent months, you have to reverse in 4B2. Again, I will be covering this in a illustration. 3. If you see the clause C, 4AC, earlier it was in net ITC available A minus B. In this also it is same, net ITC available A minus B, right? D, 4AD, earlier it was ineligible ITC, right? 1, 2, right? Friends, please note this were only a disclosure thing and this was not having any impact on calculations of net ITC. Similarly, in the new format, the disclosure hasn't changed. Again, this will not have any impact on the net ITC, but the disclosure has been changed. What disclosure they're asking? Two very important disclosure they're asking. One, ITC reclaimed, which you have reversed in 4B2. So what I have said, let's say in the previous tax period, you have reversed temporarily something. And in a subsequent tax period, you want to take the recredit of the same credit. Then that has to be separately disclosed in 4D1. 4D1, that has to be separately disclosed, right? Second disclosure, if you are taking any ITC, if you're any ITC ineligible as per section 16 subsection 4, that is, if you're taking a credit post subsequent year November, 30 November, then you are liable to reverse the credit. Then you are liable to disclose the figure in 4D2. Similarly, let's say Abhishek moved to Bangalore for a seminar and he stayed in a hotel. The hotel gives the person of the hotel gives invoice of CGST, SGST of Karnataka, right? That is disclosed in GSTR 2B of Abhishek, right, in Bengal. So Abhishek has to disclose that ineligible ITC because of POS, place of supplies in Karnataka, and Abhishek is registered in Bengal, is this amount. So the disclosure ineligible ITC because of POS and because of 16 subsection 4 has to be specifically reported in 4D2, right? And in 4D1, all the ITC which you are taking credit has to be, which was previously reversed temporarily and is reclaimed by you, has to be reported. So I know, friends, this is hell lot of changes. So I will just recreate the entire thing with the help of illustration, right? This will give you more clarity. So please understand, there's a scenario that Abhishek has sold goods to you. Abhishek in Bengal, you are also in, let's say you are in Karnataka. Abhishek have dispatched the goods on 28 May 2022, right? Let's take it 28 June 2022. So 28 June 2022, I will dispatch the goods to you. In my GSTR, when it is disclosed, in your GSTR 2B, it is coming for the month of June, right? And but you have not received the goods. You are receiving the goods in the month of July. So as per 16 subsection 2, clause B, since you have not received the goods, you're not eligible to take the credit. But your GSTR 2B is already having that amount because Abhishek has reported in GSTR 1. So what you need to do, friends, please understand, for the month of June, what will happen? For the month of June, since it will be coming in your GSTR 2B, the same figure will be considered in 4A5, all other ITC. And since you have not received the goods, you are not eligible to take the credit. The same will be reversed in 4B2, temporarily reversed, 4B2. This will be your returns for the month of June. Subsequently, subsequent month, what will happen? When you are filing the returns for the month of July, you will add that amount. Let's say the ITC is 100 rupees. You will add that amount to 4A5 with the ITC of July. And you will disclose this in 4B1 that this ITC I'm reclaiming, which I have reversed in 4B2 in previous tax period. Friends, what is important is to note that if you are not disclosing it in 4B2 in previous periods, it will be tough to substantiate when you disclose it in 4D1 in a subsequent periods, right? So this is very important to understand that what changes they have imposed and how we need to follow. Okay, so those are the changes which I wanted to speak. Friends, I wanted to mention you one last thing. This is the final changes which we are going to have in GSTR 3B? To me, answer is no. Please understand, on 14 July, GSTR 3B, for GSTR 3B, the concept paper has been issued by the CBIC, right? On this concept paper, they are asking for the comments of the stakeholders, and the last date of the for submit the comment suggestions on the concept paper of GSTR 3B is 15 September 2022. It means we can further expect more changes in form GSTR 3B, right, friends? So that's it. See you next week for answering all the other questions which you post in my link. See you in my next video. Thank you.